What's up, Nail Geeks? I am back again with my final Black Friday post for you all. I apologize about this being last minute. The sale is going to go on with Girly Bits until Cyber Monday tomorrow, December 2nd, until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. I do apologize about the delay. I actually have a very awful ear infection and it's kind of slowed me down this weekend. So I'm just going to dive right into it. And we have a mega post with 2 of the Color of the Month duos and 2 collections in this one. So first up, we are going to go over the November Color of the Month duo. This is available until tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. We have Because I Crayon, described as a cherry red that is loaded with teeny tiny metallic shimmers in a crimson red base. This is absolutely stunning. If you've been following her last few Color of the Months, she's been releasing some of these types of finishes and I am here for it. So we have a gorgeous, cool toned red base that's very, very much appropriate in the holiday spirit, in my opinion. This is very flattering on the nail, so if you have warm tones like myself, this is one of those reds that is really going to pop against you. It is so loaded up with those tiny little metallic, what I almost would flirt with saying is a shimmer. So we have this gorgeous glowy effect. For opacity, I'm going to suggest 2 coats on it and you'll be good to go. The formula is absolutely easy to use, very wonderful opacity buildup. Now this one does dry down semi-satin-like, so personally I would recommend a glossy top coat, which is what you're seeing on the final hand shot here. And next up we've got Let's Get Based, described as a rich chocolate brown base with color shifting shimmers that reflect tones of red, purple, gold, and a bit of green at the edges. It is finished off with some sparkling crushed gold flakes and a tiny sprinkle of holographic pigment. So this one is what I would consider one of those kitchen sink type polishes. There is so much going on in it. For opacity, I'm going to suggest 2 coats on this one too. Really lovely formula here as well. Easy build up. So on that first coat, it's a bit of a minx in that it feels like it's going to come off sheer, but you'll see here on the second coat, it just plumps out beautifully. So in the background, you'll get that really deep chocolatey type brown shade that really vamps it out once it's built up. And you'll get this gorgeous kind of coppery reddish glow from all the little shimmers here. And there are these smaller variety of flakes that will give you a nice scattered effect across the nail too. Now this one does dry down on the semi-satin side, so once again I would recommend a glossy top coat. Now next we have the Fall 2019 collection. These are already released in the shop and they will not be limited, so they'll stick around for a little while. So here we have You Go Squirrel Friend. This is described as a medium neutral beige Crelly. I want to caution you guys on this portion of the video from the rest of the swatches I show you guys. I do apologize if my hand's a little bit shakier than normal on application. Like I said previously, I do have that pretty gnarly ear infection and I'm on enough medication to probably be classified as a walking pharmacist. So I digress. Now on this one, we have a lovely crelly feel on application. It's got a beautiful creamy feel, but there is a touch of squish to it. So I would suggest 2 coats for these. They are so wonderful on application. They are of the light to somewhat medium feel on the brush strokes, but as you can see on that second coat, there is fabulous self-leveling going on. Now in the full hand shot, I skipped my top coat so you guys can see how it dried down, and it is of a glossy type. And here we have For Once in Floral. This is a medium dusty rose crelly. This is super flattering on my skin tone, so if you've got warm tones, this one is going to definitely feel almost like a neutral on you. But I do feel like this is one of those pinks that is universally flattering. It kind of reminded me of the ever elusive OPI Bubble Bath. I unfortunately have never been able to get my hands on it, but from swatches and whatnot, I felt like this was one of those types of shades. So we have a wonderful Crelly-like formula here as well, and it has super strong self-leveling properties. I thought 2 coats on this one was just fine, and you can see here just super satisfying buttery smooth formula. It's very, very lovely on those brush strokes, just super satisfying. Now even if you overwork it, kind of like what I'm doing here on that second coat, I think the formula is very forgiving. As you can see, it just smoothed out. So once again, I skipped top coat so you guys could see how it dried down, and I thought this was such a flattering neutral shade. And next we have Sage Against the Machine. This is a medium sage green Crelly. So this one I was a little worried about how my camera was going to pick it up, but I do feel like watching the playback here and after editing my swatch pictures, I do feel like this came off color accurate as to what I'm seeing in person. So this one has a very similar feel to the previous two that I showed you guys, but I do feel like the formula is just a slightly teeny tiny little bit heavier than the other two. So you can see on that first coat, wonderful build up and just self-smoothing there. This one almost feels like a one coater, though personally I would still recommend 2 thin coats on this one just to really get that lovely plumped out effect. So at the point when I was swatching this collection and the next one I'm going to show you guys, I had a really nasty break, 2 of them actually, on that middle finger, and I was really impressed that these didn't give me any bumps or anything like that, given that I have a repair under that finger. So super awesome. And next we've got I'm Pun Decided. This is a deep but not quite black smoky blue. This is a really interesting color. I think it's very pretty. It is a blue, but it does have a very slight, almost eggplant feel to it. I do feel like the video is being color accurate. I think my swatches came out pretty color accurate as well, at least on my monitor. I was worried it was going to come across entirely black leaning, but after watching it here, I think it's giving you a good representation of what I'm seeing in person. So this one's got just a touch of that heavier type formula to it, but it's still ultra smooth and breathery on the brushstrokes, and lots of self-leveling properties here too. So once again, we have a Crelly that is glossy on drying, and there is no top coat shown on the final shot. And finally, we have Thistle While You Work. This is a sheer light gray base with a pink to gold to green aurora shimmer and a variety of iridescent color shifting flakes in green, pink, gold, and orange. So I feel like this one could definitely double as a topper. As you can see on that first coat, it is a bit on the sheer side, and I think it would look fantastic over a darker color, as it is just absolutely loaded with that aurora shimmer. It's very pretty. In person, you'll easily see it shift from a strong pink over to that golden green type sheen at angles. Now I built it up at 2 coats. You could still see a touch of my visible nail line, but given that the formula does have quite a bit of squish to it, I didn't want to overdo it, and I thought it looked just fine as a really nice kind of iridescent type of delicate feel on the final look. Now on the full hand shot here, you are seeing a glossy top coat applied, and I had no issues whatsoever with it. And next we have the Misheard Lyrics collection. This is already released in the shop and is a set of matte finishes and 1 topper. So first up, we've got Kiss This Guy. This is a medium purple with a pink shimmer. Dries down to a velvety matte finish. These are so stunning in person. I cannot stress that enough. They are so very vibrant and loud. So for the sake of this video and my swatches, I went ahead and wore them in their natural state, so I did not top them off so that you guys could see how they dried down. So this one has a gorgeous pink glow to it at angles. I think you could kind of see it on my macro shots, which I'll make sure to include at the end of the video at the recap. So this is coming off color accurate to what I'm seeing in person. This is a very vibrant purple of the medium type. It's just so very pretty and pops like crazy. I do enjoy colors like this as they do have that vibrant feel, but they are of the cooler toned type, so it really pops against me. Here on the full hand shot, you can see it's dried down. This is how it'll dry down naturally, so really nice strong matte effect. And next we have Lorraine. This is a bright aqua / cyan blue with a blue to purple shimmer. This one also dries down to a velvety matte finish. So this is another one that I thought was incredibly flattering in person. This is so stunning. So I feel like all of the matte colors in this collection are built up with this wonderful type of teeny tiny little micro flake. At least that's what my eyes are seeing in person. And you'll get so much opacity from it. These are crazy. So here you can see on Lorraine, this is just so very glowy. Now, if you wanted to top off with a top coat and to kind of seal everything in, I personally would recommend going in with your quick dry glossy top coat and then finishing off with a matte top coat. That way you'll have your sealed in protection, but you'll also retain that really lovely matte property. And next up, we've got Cross-Eyed Bear. This is a Caribbean green with a gold to blue shimmer. This one will also dry down to a velvety matte finish. This is what I would consider more of one of those oceanic type greens. It's very mermaid feeling, very pretty. I do feel like the video on my monitor is showing what I'm seeing in person. This is so very, very flattering. Really, really pretty. So once again, wonderful buildup, easy peasy, across the board, 2 coats, and you'll be just fine with all of these, and they get that nice plumped out effect. And this one also dries down to that gorgeous kind of harsh matte effect too. I think either glossy or matte, they look very lovely. As you can see, when I'm still painting, you can kind of get an idea of what it'll look like when it is glossified. But when it dries down, as you can see on the full hand shot, there is just so much more vibrant color showing. And next we have Fax Machine. This is a magenta berry with a red to gold shimmer. This will also dry down to a velvety matte finish. This is another one that was crazy, crazy flattering on me. I think any of these are going to pop on just about any skin tone. As you can see on this first coat, it is just so smooth on application and really easy to work with. This is one of those types of magentas that I adore. I think it's just universally flattering. Now in person, this one does have a really lovely type of pinkish type of glow. And as you can see between that first and second coat, that really nice harsh matte effect comes out. So really, really nice. No problems here with this one either. I really can't see anyone needing to go up to 3 coats on it unless you've got really long nails. So if you've got a free edge like mine at this point in the video or shorter, you are going to be golden at 2 coats. Here on the full hand shot, once again, I skipped top coat. Very, very popping in person. And next we have Electric Boobs. This is a fuchsia pink with a pink to purple shimmer. It dries down to a velvety matte finish as well. This is such a very bright, vibrant Barbie pink. It is a bit on the cool tone, but I feel like the shimmer here kind of warms it up a bit. So it's kind of one of those in-between colors. Definitely flirting more with being a warm tone, but like I said, there is a touch of a cool tone to it as well. So we've got wonderful, easy peasy formula, very similar to the others so far. And as you can see when it dries down, this is Barbie pink. It's so flattering, so pretty and bright. Just really, really easy to use as well. And of course, with all of the polishes and across the board in this collection, I had no problems with texture or any problems like that. Everything was just super easy on application and lots of glow. And next we have Hot Dogs. This is a vibrant ultramarine blue with a violet to blue shimmer. This one also dries down to a velvety matte finish. So I'm a huge blue fan, and I certainly don't hide that. This is so lovely and definitely up my alley. It's a gorgeous cool toned blue, and you'll easily see a really lovely violet glow at extreme angles on it. This one builds up very easy to opacity, and as you can see here on that first coat, we've got wonderful self-leveling too. I think these were so easy to use. That type of formula stays exactly where you put it, and it's of the medium variety. So on build up here, you'll really get that blue glow to come out and play. It's just so crazy flattering. This is so very pretty. I thought it popped like crazy on me. I think this is another universally flattering shade. And as you can see on the full hand shot, really nice harsh matte effect. And finally we have Tony Danza. This is a clear base topper with iridescent red to orange to green color shifting glitters and a sprinkle of red to copper and green color shifting shimmer. Now I am showing it to you over I'm Pun Decided, which was from the fall creams that we just went over. I'm going in with 1 coat of Tony Danza over that cream, and for a topper this has amazing payoff and what you'll get on the first coat. I think it really gives you some good coverage. There's a lot of finer shimmer here and those slightly medium-sized iridescent glitters. You'll easily see it shift between a coppery red and green in person. It's very pretty and really lovely payoff. After top coating, I had no texture with it. Now we have the December Color of the Month duo. This will be releasing today, December 1st. And first up, we've got Color of the Month 1. This is a semi-sheer holographic base packed with a purple to copper to violet to green color shifting Aurora shimmer. color shifting iridescent flakes in blue, violet, pink, and gold, and multi-chrome flakes in violet, pink, and green. This can be built up to opacity, but it can also be used as a dense topper if applied with a light hand. So I typically have a heavy hand, to be honest, when I'm applying. So I went in trying to be as light or as medium as I possibly could. You can definitely see on the first coat, it would easily pay off as a topper, but I wanted to be extra, so I'm going in and building it up to opacity. Now, I took it to 2 coats, and I thought it was just fine. I think that there is just so much flakes and shifty shimmer here that I think it really distracts from your visible nail line. So personally, I would wear it at 2, possibly 3 coats, depending on how you apply, and you'll be good to go. Lots of sparkles here, and those flakes shift all over the place. Lots and lots of glow too, and no texture after top coat. And next we have color of the month number 2. This is an indigo blue base with gold to pink to purple multi-chrome shift and 2 types of holographic pigment. I adore these types of shades. I really like that nice blue kind of indigo base and then put in some multi-chrome in there, and I'm in love. So this one feels like a purpley type of glowing shade in person, but you can see that the base color is definitely an indigo, flirting between that blue and purple shade, but the multi-chrome shimmer here really takes center stage, and it'll give you that purple glow with an easy shift over to pink and gold at extreme angles. The holographic effect is of the very, very fine particle, so you'll get a nice scatter across the nail. The formula is very creamy on application. I had no problems with it, very smooth on the brush strokes, and easy peasy build up to opacity. Now on the full hand shot, I am wearing a glossy top coat, and you can see that lovely glow. Now, these are all available in the shop. Please note the first duo I showed you all, the November Color of the Month duo, is available only until tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. The sale in the Girly Bits shop is also currently going on until tomorrow, Cyber Monday, December 2nd at 11:59 p.m. You can save between 50 and 70% off of the shop. I highly recommend you guys check it out. This is a fantastic sale. There is so much in that section. So definitely get in there and take a peek. And the rest of the polishes I showed you should be available in the shop too. I'll link you guys below to Girly Bits' website as well as her Facebook fan group if you'd like additional information. Now that I'm finished up with my Black Friday series, let me know in the comment section what you guys picked up. What was your hauls? Did you abstain from any sales? Which, congrats on the willpower. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.